Talk doesn't cook rice. Do not impose others what yourself do not desire. A smile will gain you 10 more years of life. It is better to light a candle than to curse the darkness. To see what is right and not do it is want of courage. Confucius. Real knowledge is to know the extent of one's ignorance. Confucius. Our greatest glory is not in never falling, but in rising every time we fall. Confucius. When we have nothing to worry about, we are not doing much, and not doing much supplies us with plenty of future worries. Confucius. A journey of 1,000 miles begins with a single step. Laozi. He who learns but does not think is lost. He who thinks but does not learn is in great danger. Confucius. It does not matter how slowly you go as long as you do not stop. Confucius. A wise man makes his own decisions, an ignorant man follows public opinion. Chinese proverb. Do not be desirous of having things done quickly. Do not look at small advantages. Desire to have things done quickly prevents their being done thoroughly. Confucius. The superior man is modest in his speech, but exceeds in his actions. Confucius. Ignorance is the night of the mind, but a night without moon and star. Confucius. Man who stand on hill with mouth open will wait a long time for roast duck to drop in. He who asks a question is a fool for 5 minutes. He who does not ask a question remains a fool forever. The gem cannot be polished without friction, nor man perfected without trials. The superior man is distressed by his want of ability. He is not distressed by men's not knowing him. A man who can bring himself to practice love of his kind will be a man whose learning is solid and whose opinions are sound. The person who says it cannot be done should not interrupt the person who is doing it. He who cherishes a beautiful vision, a lofty ideal in his heart, will one day realize it. The best time to plant a tree was 20 years ago. The second best time is now. To know the road ahead, ask those coming back. Your teacher can open the door, but you must enter by yourself. If you are patient in one moment of anger, you will escape 100 days of sorrow. Give a man a fish, and you feed him for a day. Teach a man to fish, and you feed him for a lifetime. The beginning of wisdom is to call things by their proper name. It is easy to hate, and it is difficult to love. This is how the whole scheme of things works. All good things are difficult to achieve, and bad things are very easy to get. The hardest thing of all is to find a black cat in a dark room, especially if there is no cat. Your life is what your thoughts make it. Better a diamond with a flaw than a pebble without. He who loves practice without theory is like the sailor who boards ship without a rudder and compass and never knows where he may cast. He who learns but does not think is lost. He who thinks but does not learn is in great danger. Learning without thought is labor lost. thought without learning is perilous. Respect yourself and others will respect you. To see and listen to the wicked is already the beginning of wickedness. When we see men of a contrary character, we should turn inwards and examine ourselves. A book tightly shut is but a block of paper. The cautious seldom err. To be fond of learning is to be near to knowledge. It is not the failure of others to appreciate your abilities that should trouble you, but rather your failure to appreciate theirs. The superior man is modest in his speech, but exceeds in his actions. What you do not want done to yourself, do. Our greatest glory is not in never falling, but in rising every time we fall. A single conversation across the table with a wise person is worth a month's study of books. When we see men of a contrary character, we should turn inwards and examine ourselves. The superior man is distressed by his want of ability. He is not distressed by men's not knowing him.
Dear viewer, which famous and successful celebrities' quotes do you like the most? Tell me in the comment. For more different quotes, subscribe to the channel All World Quotes. Thanks you so much.